Hi there, it's Mr. Beryl here. Just here to talk you through government and politics as an A-level at Hatton. I'm half of the teaching staff for politics at A-level at Hatton. Mr. Benjamin's the other half. If you end up doing A-level, you'll probably see me more than Mr. Benjamin. But if you've got any questions about this afterwards, then you can find either of us to ask for more information. So I thought I'd just start off by talking very, very quickly about what politics is, because I feel it's probably important to understand that before you decide whether you want to do a course in it or not. But the best way of explaining it is that in an ideal world, you wouldn't need politics. If we all agreed, if we all got along really well, if we all had happy, wonderful lives, then there would be no need for politics. But because we don't live in an ideal world, we live in the real world, we don't agree very much. We don't agree on some small things like what's the best chocolate bar or who's the best member of the Spice Girls. And we definitely don't agree on big things like whether global warming exists, how to treat people who have committed crimes, whether drugs should be legalized, or how much tax we should pay. We disagree on a lot of really important things. And it's because of that disagreement that we need politics. Politics gives us a way of deciding what to do when none of us can necessarily agree on the best course of action. Okay. Now, our political system has developed over the last 1,000 years. So there's a lot to learn and there is a lot of jargon. And you might have regularly heard a lot of this jargon, terms like left wing, right wing, socialist, liberal, conservative, government, parliament, monarchy, totalitarianism. You might have heard all of these terms on the news or on social media, and they might not make very much sense. Wouldn't it just be absolutely fantastic if you could understand what all those different things mean? Well, that's where A-level politics comes in, because by doing an A-level in this, it helps you to understand the wider world. And don't just take my word for it. I asked last year's leaving year 13 to tell me some reasons why they thought A-level politics was a good A-level to do, and these are some of the things they said. So you learn how to be more critical of the world and what people are telling you. You're all about to go out there in the big wide world, and people will tell you all sorts of things about how you should live your life and the way that the world should be. Politics allows you to be critical of those sorts of people. It also gives you the ability to debate. So we do a lot of debates in lessons, not kind of necessarily adversarial debates, but just debates where you have the opportunity to voice your opinions and see where they may be strong or weak against other people's ideas. So debates are a really important part of working out your own politics as well. And then finally, it's really nice to be able to understand what's going on in the news. So it's really important to understand the wider world, and A-level politics really helps you to do that. And I'm sure for a lot of you, you want to go on to further study, maybe university, and then go out there in the wider world of work. So what could be useful other than politics being interesting and helping you understand the world? Why else could it be useful? Well, you could go on to just study lots of different degrees at university as a result. Basically, any degree where you're maybe going to do lots of writing, because politics is an essay based, it could come in real handy, having A-level politics. Or any subject where you need an understanding of the wider world, then it would be really useful to have A-level politics. So just some degrees coming up on the left hand side now which might be useful. So history, definitely, politics, law, sociology, economics. Politics, A-level politics really helps with those degrees at university. Or further jobs after that, there's lots of different jobs that like it when people have done A-level politics. Politicians obviously useful, barristers, solicitors, PR, all sorts of different jobs love it as an A-level. We do lots of different topics. I'm not going to go into too much detail on them here, but just know that we look at UK government, and the way the system works. So we've got the House of Parliament there. What goes on there in the Houses of Parliament? What's the difference between the Commons and the Lords? All of those sorts of things. We then have a look at the American system and we say, right, what's going on over there? What's Senate? What's the What's Congress? Who's the executive? What's the president? All of those sorts of questions get answered. And we have a look at comparing the UK system and the US system. And then we have a look at political ideologies. So liberalism, conservatism, socialism are three of the biggest ideologies that have fundamentally impacted the way our society works over the last 200 years. So we have a look at those and we help you to understand what those different ideologies stand for and how they influence the political system. We'll also, hopefully, COVID allowing, go on a visit to the Houses of Parliament with the Parliamentary Education Service. Hopefully get to meet our local MP, who's Peter Bone. In terms of what you can expect from lessons, no two lessons are the same. There's always different activities that are taking place. We obviously do a lot of reading, we do a lot of discussion, there'll be quite a lot of public speaking, all of those sorts of things that are going to help you hone your ideas and improve your knowledge of the political systems that we operate under. Who'll like politics? Anyone who's got an enthusiasm for understanding the world, people who like to hear different opinions and challenge themselves, and then people who like to read and write. Okay, this is an essay-based subject. So kind of linked to that is assessed at the end by 3 2-hour papers. Now, if you're looking at that and that's making you really, really intimidated, come and have a chat with me. We can talk about developing your writing style before you even step foot in the classroom. So don't worry, too much of this is putting you off. Come and have a chat with me first if you want to know any more about those exams. Minimum requirements, you need a 6 at GCSE in any essay-based subject like RE, English, history, sociology. And then any questions, come and ask me or Mr. Benjamin. Thank you very much for listening. Have good days.